The devil thought that he was going to use that generational curse to kill me. And it would have, until I made the decision on my own to kill it. It is currently 1:49 in the morning. And I was laying in bed and I was on the phone with my girlfriend and I was like, I'm about to go to bed now. And then, I don't know, like a few minutes later, I decided to get up and run to the store real quick. And on my way back from the store, I have to preach at my church in a couple of Sundays. And part of the message is about how sometimes people look at you and they want kind of like the version of your life that you're living, but they don't want to. They don't understand the cost that it takes to be you. They don't understand the cost that it takes, the things that you had to experience, the things that you had to go through to become the person that you are today. And so that has been kind of just boiling in my mind as the Lord prepares me for that message. But as I was driving back from the store, one of the things that I was considering the areas in my life where I have missed the mark with God. I was considering the areas in my life where I know that I don't represent God well. And a part of that area of consideration was me realizing and understanding that the devil knows that I have enough experience with the faithfulness of God, that even in my most trying seasons, I still held on to who I knew God to be, and I still held on to my faith. And so when it comes to areas of faith, the devil knows that, like, I'm not going to get tricked up there that easily. Or at least I haven't up until this point. And I started to think about generational curses and how they exist. This is a hard video. And in the process of that thought, it occurred to me that the devil knows that he could not take me out of my relationship with God through my faith, through money, by a third party, by another person. And so he had to strategically touch the generational curses in my life, because those things I would not have to pick up, but a generation. I was born into a family. I was born into a bloodline that was without my choosing. And he knew that if he could attack or attach a generational curse to me through my bloodline, then that would be the best way to get to me. And it wasn't until I was driving in the car just now that I had that realization that the devil knows that I never would have chosen him on my own. And so he had to find a way to get to me, because he knew that I was not going to go to him. But there's a saying, and it's a saying that I'm choosing to live by. The devil thought that he was going to use that generational curse to kill me. And it would have, until I made the decision on my own to kill it. And I want to tell somebody who has been struggling with the cycles of sin, whether it is an addiction, whether it's the sin of lust, whether it's the sin of lying, cheating, manipulating, whatever it is for you, it only has as much power as you allow it to have. But if God could transform your mind, if you would allow God to transform your mind well enough, it will transform the desires that you have, and it will transform the patterns that you chase after. There is no mistaking in the fact that every time that you choose not to sin, somehow sin finds its way to choose you. It's no coincidence in the fact that every time you choose to recommit yourself to God, all of a sudden the cycle and the trap of sin finds its way to attach itself to you again. But as I was driving in that car, I started to think about the entirety of God. Not just the God that I know today, but the God of Adam, of Eve, of Cain, of Abel, of Moses, of Abraham, of Sarah, of Jacob, of Isaiah, of Matthew, of Mark, of Luke, of all those, that God that we read about in the Bible days. It is the realm of power that I stand under in that God that will kill the attack of the enemy for me. That the Bible talks about how he goes before me, he stands beside me, and he covers me. Jesus, who hung on the cross, who died, who gave up his life for us, who laid in the grave for us, that it was in that process that he took on the load of sin on our behalf, not so just that we could repent of it, but so that we could be freed of it. I don't know what your sin is. I don't know what your struggle is. I don't know what your journey is. I don't know what your generational curse is. But the enemy of your literal soul has a plan to destroy you. He has a plan to take you out. He has a plan for you to lose. He has a plan for you to never make it. He has a plan for you to die in sin. He has a plan to use all that he can and the power of sin to make you hate and despise God, to make you chase after the thing that God hates. He has a plan to make you love the thing that God despises. And it will be the choice that you make in your mind. It will be the choice that you make in your heart that will literally cause you to flee from that cycle of sin and that stronghold of sin and that generational curse of sin. To make you be the one in your bloodline, to be the one in your family, to be the one in your generation who makes a decision to not allow what has held other people captive to hold you captive, to make the decision to not allow the thing that has taken other people out to take you out, to make the decision, to make the choice to choose God. Whoever timeline this video lands on, my prayer for you is this as well, that God would break my heart for the things that break his heart. That he would take away my desire for the things that he does not like. That he would always make the way of escape clear for me. That he would make sin disgusting to me. So much so that it's not just that I don't like it for him, but I don't like it, period. That he would give me the ability to see the things that are sin that I have become accustomed to. That he would give me clarity and conviction to know when I'm chasing things that don't bring him glory. That he would make me content in throwing away the things and the people that he has called me to release in this season of my life. Because for many of us, saying no to the sin is not enough. But the stench of sin literally lives on some of our social media platforms. It lives on some of the clothes that we have. It lives on some of the things that we have had saved. It lives on some of the people that we have had close to us. And so in this season, God is not just calling us to turn from the sin, but God is calling us to be released of the things that we brought along with us as we held onto the cycle and into the patterns of sin. You will not crumble under this, but God has given you the power and he's given you the strength to overcome it.